When I think of cinematic, I often think about seeing things in ways you don't really expect.
Hello. Doing good.
And oftentimes, that truly is the case. I truly think that everyone's lives can be seen as a movie, even from the most mundane of things. Things such as walking down the street or washing the dishes can create emotions in people. So if you're someone that's interested in turning your life into a film, even if it's just for fun, stick around and I'll show you how I got started. So a little bit about me and how I got into this whole cinematic content creation type deal. I actually started during the COVID lockdown.
Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Provide an update to the American people on several decisive new actions we're taking.
School was cancelled, no classes were running, it was just me, my family, and my bedroom. University was still a ways away, and during this period, I stumbled across a YouTube channel. His name is Keo, and his videos just really resonated with me. I believe it was his style of editing and how he shows things that really made me want to do YouTube. So I figured, why not? I haven't got much to lose anyways. So I started doing as much research as I could, trying to learn everything there is to know about cameras, lighting, sound and whatnot, but it never really made sense to me. I had no clue what I was doing. But if there's anything that I've learned from Ali Abdaal, it's to post regardless of quality, because it's guaranteed that your first 100 videos will be your worst videos. And so I threw all caution to the wind, and I took my phone, talked to it, and showed a little bit of my day, and then I uploaded it. And as you can see on the channel, it's my first ever video. Looking back on it, the quality was horrendous. I was so nervous because I've never actually spoken to a camera before. The lighting was so unflattering, and the whole thing had no cohesion whatsoever. But even with all that, it's still one of my proudest videos yet. Not because it's the best, but it's what kickstarted this whole thing, and it got me to where I am now. Which leads me on to my next point, which is gear. What would I recommend to someone who's starting out on YouTube and is looking for their first camera? The odds are you're probably watching this video on that very camera. People are quick to overlook the modern technology that phones use these days and how good they actually are compared to normal DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. My first few videos were all filmed and edited exclusively on my old iPhone X, which, for practically the majority of people watching this, is more than enough to get started with. I, for one, thought that I needed the best gear to get started, and my videos would be so high quality if I just had better gear. So, to test this theory out, I figured I'd put my 1,000-pound Sony camera up against my iPhone and try to recreate the scene in my first video. I'll use the exact same lighting and techniques I used in my first video with my Sony camera, and I'll use my iPhone with the new techniques I've learned over the years. The point I'm trying to make here is that nothing can beat experience and knowledge, and all you really need is a little bit of practice to get really high quality videos. So as you can see, my camera is looking horrible compared to my iPhone, which is why I would suggest investing more in learning than buying gear. And don't forget, the internet provides so much free information nowadays that everything I know and learn has come from YouTube and the internet. I don't go to film school, nor have I paid for any programs. I'm fully self-taught and simply just learn from my mistakes. So don't stress out too much on gear at the start and just create. Filming. This is where you start creating your cinematic masterpiece. One big tip I have for creating really cinematic vibes is to simply try different things. Experiment with different camera angles, camera placement, settings, lighting, and even the way you act to the way the camera moves. Try as much as you can and just pick out the clips most relevant and the ones you enjoy the most. For almost every scene I film, I do at least 2 to 3 different takes using different focal lengths, placements. I recommend keeping a note of seeing why a scene looks the way it does, and even better if you could think about how to improve it. Even marginal improvements such as zooming in a little bit more can have massive effects on the final scene. So the next time you're watching a movie or watching your favorite show, try to take note of a few different things such as how wide the camera lens is, how the camera is moving, where is the camera placed, how do the actors move, and so forth. Editing. Essentially the final step of this whole process and where you'll be putting everything together. There's not really much that I can say about this step since everyone will be editing different videos and have different stylistic choices and preferences. But in my case, I really do like to make my videos very vibey, aesthetic, and visually appealing. Hence why I film so much B-roll, because they make a difference in the edit. One major tip that I do have for this step is to make sure that your sound design is on point. From the different sound effects that you add to the music you use, they all combine to create that emotion for your viewer. But all in all, this is where you'll be spending most of your time. For me, videos such as this one can take hours to edit, and in all honesty, it truly is worth it. Finally, where do I get inspired from? I've got other YouTube inspirations such as Elliot Choi and Wholesome Simon, and I also get a lot of inspiration from TikTok and Instagram, and my friends who are also big on content creation. They're also a massive reason as to why I want to do more of this stuff. Links to some of their socials are down below, so go check them out if you are interested. But apart from that, that is all I have to say for today. Hopefully you found this video useful, and if it did provide you with any value, then be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And be sure to let me know in the comments what video you're interested in seeing me make next. Apart from that, that is all from me. I am Meiven Moreno, and I'm wishing you a lovely day.